Come on, come all to C-List Villain Sunday. This is going to be the recap of San Diego Comic-Con 2024 with me, the Evil Fett, and my best friend, Villainous Red, over here on the side. We just got back on Sunday. So we've been off for a couple weeks because we were preparing for Comic-Con. So now we're back in full force. I kind of got my voice back. It's not 100%, but it's well enough to talk here on the ones and twos, as they say, the DJs. So
ones and twos.
Darkness, everybody, dark.
I'm kind of rusty at the buttons right now. So yeah.
It's okay. We've been gone for a while, but yeah.
I'm Prison Mike.
I'm Prison Mike. Exactly. If you can see, my face is still sunburned from Comic-Con, and if you can look at my arms, they're peeling quite bad from Comic-Con. So that just shows you
on the right side, and mine's on the left. Like, what? I don't know. I forgot where the sun was pointing at, but definitely how you got it on the opposite side as me is a mystery, because the majority of my sunburn and color is right here on the arms, and then it's peeling here, and then peeling in my earlobes.
Yeah, my earlobes are peeling too. So actually, both earlobes are peeling. So yeah. So I got the headphones kind of gently on because you can feel it. Yeah.
I was training a brand new, not a brand new employee, but she's at least 2 months new, and so I was kind of being a little bit of a self-conscious about the peeling on my ears, because all the crusty skin was coming off every time I was like near her. Like, oh, sorry, dude, I'm kind of shedding here. So yeah, just save the pieces of skin and place it in the skin box.
Memento, the movie Memento, right? Didn't he save the skin or something like that?
And Goldmember.
Well, Goldmember too. He did the same. You're right. You're right.
So yes. Save the pieces of skin for the skin box. Yes. Save me for myself. See, there's some more. Here's a little piece of skin, if you can see it. Oh, dropped it.
Yeah, the weather was nice. It was a little hot, but yeah, we were outside Friday and Saturday, and the sun got pretty hot. It was blazing, and I was luckily. Everyone out there in podcast land, I have great friends there that protected me from the sun with holding umbrellas and.
Well, imagine what we had to do for those umbrellas, right?
Well, but I mean, you were holding umbrellas for me because I still wasn't 100%. I was probably only 50% better, and my legs were giving out on me, and I couldn't keep up. And luckily, the guys. Red, Victor, Double L, were kind enough to take their time and sit down and stop instead of doing what they wanted to do. They catered to me. So my deepest thanks to you guys all for that. So, but again, like I said, my voice is back a little bit. So let's get this show going. Red. Tell me what you thought about the first day. I know your first day was Thursday because you got in late, but what did you think about Thursday?
Thursday just felt like I guess a continuation from last year's Comic-Con for me. There's actually no awe factor there. What's the fact that I was actually kind of working, but not at a booth. We were working with our buddy Lawrence with Comic Capsule, so we were actually doing a little bit of promotion work on the floor, and also outside with you and Victor dressed as Capsule Christ, and so that made the I guess that what started the whole thing with the weekend and made it really fun. Definitely, we were getting more looks with Victor as Christ than we were as dressed as Mr. Satan and and King Yema. What, King Yema? No,
Yeah.
not King Yema.
No.
Yeah, King Yema. Yeah, Chi-Chi's dad. But yeah, that was completely fun. And then Thursday, yeah, the old legs are starting to give out as well, and luckily we paced ourselves. You know, grabbed some new customers for Comic Capsule. Took a lot of pictures for people because of Jesus, and I think the whole day was just like snacking, walking, looking. Rarely bought anything, and yeah, that, I had a hell of a time. What about you?
Thursday was great. Victor, if you know our friend Victor MacGyver7, if you want to look him up on the IGs, he has a big beard and he's got long hair, and he looks like the traditional what Jesus looks like on a painting. So him wearing a robe and a sash and a like a string tied around his waist, he looked like Jesus Christ. And I think people flocked to him because it wasn't like a normal costume, like say a superhero or a supervillain or something like that. He dressed up as Jesus, who's probably the first superhero in so far comic books. So he played the part, and it was funny, and I think people enjoyed it. And I think people wanted to take a picture with him because he was dressed as Jesus, and they flocked to him maybe for salvation. I don't really know, but it felt like that. It felt like that. Oh, there we go.
There we go. We have Capsule Christ. So this is
Capsule Christ.
That's his IG MacGyver7. Hey, Miss O, what's up, Ashton?
What's up,
yes.
Miss O?
I think that was the first day. That was the first day because we're wearing blue there.
That's the second day. Oh, that's the second day. We ate at that restaurant the second day.
Oh, you're wearing blue right there. You're
No, I wore blue 2 days in a row.
Okay. That was
that's the second day. We ate at that restaurant the second day. Yeah.
So yes, we walked around with this man
twice, 2 days in a row.
Handsome Latino man, kind of mistaken for Middle Eastern, but yet, kind of passed the eyeball test as Jesus. So that he's got most action out of all of us the whole weekend as far as like the picture, up until when you got your cosplay on Saturday. Yeah. So yes, so Victor was one of us. We were repping. Yeah, Jesus has always been in the group, at least from the last two conventions. And yeah, he dressed up as Aquaman last year.
As Jason Momoa, how you say his name is.
Jason Momoa, and yes, he still pulled that off as well. But he's gonna run with his shtick about being Jesus now, so that's gonna be his whole identity from this point forward. So watch out for MacGyver7.
Watch for MacGyver7, yeah. And so the day was good. Like Red said, we did some promotion for Comic Capsule. When if I had a Comic Capsule right now, I'd do a little promo right for that for a Comic Capsule, because they came out with a Silver Age Comic Capsule just for Comic-Con, and we were promoting the Silver Age. Oh, there we go. There it goes. There's the Comic Capsule. So yeah, and it was fun. And then we left the convention a little early because one of our friends, Lawrence, had bought us preview tickets to Deadpool Wolverine. So we went to a movie theater there in San Diego, like kind of downtown in the
very
Pride area of
tasteful Pride area. Definitely, I don't remember that place being that super Pride, but thank God it is. It's so clean, and people are so nice there. It's like
yeah. And we had a wonderful Indian dinner. I'm not great on Indian food, but the food was fabulous. I was highly surprised. I was surprised Red didn't have any bathroom problems, but he didn't. So we had a great good time. And we're going to get into the movie later on because this is the beginning. Is we're going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con. So the movie was I'll leave it blank there, and then we went home and
but during that time that we did go out and watch the movie on our own. The whole was also filled up with people who were lining up for that same movie because I didn't see it on the schedule, but yeah, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman,
the whole cast, and Johnny Storm was there too.
Yeah,
what's his name? Chris Evans. Sorry, I had a brain fart for a second. Yeah,
right.
They were all there.
They were all there for the weekend for the premiere of Deadpool Wolverine, and yeah, we missed out, but we couldn't get in line anyway.
We could if we knew about it, we could have got in there because my secret power would have got us into Hall H. We would have been able to see it, and we would
have been able to do all the cool shit we did all that day if we had to wait in line.
Well, we wouldn't have to wait in line too long. We maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, I still would have preferred having to do all the cool shit we did that day.
Yeah. So that's Thursday. Miss O, are you ready? No, we're gonna spoil it. Yeah, we're gonna definitely spoil it. So get ready, Miss O. We're gonna spoil it in just a little bit. So Friday. Brad, how did you feel about Friday?
Oh, Friday. Well, you guys wanted to go early to get some tickets to go get for the Toddfather, which
no, that was Sunday.
I thought that's what you guys wanted to as well, but yeah,
we didn't. We went there to get tickets for the Godfather, but it was already done, and actually we went to the wrong booth because Lawrence said it was at this booth, and when we got to that booth, it was already too late when we got to the correct booth. But things happen at San Diego Comic-Con. You can't blame anyone for the numbers.
You try until you get your win, but yeah. Because I know I slept in a little bit because I know you guys were going to go early, and then Victor didn't have a badge to go in, so Victor and I hung up for a bit and grabbed some breakfast, and then hooked up with you at the outside of the convention floor, and then we decided to do all the activities outside of the convention hall, which was get lined up for the FX booth with all their show, like the bear and whatever that vampire show was, but
someone in the shadows or something like that.
Yeah. And then also Victor was still dressed as Jesus, so we took the opportunity to get more photographs with Jesus for the people. So we walked around that whole harbor area, just yelling out, "Come take pictures with Capsule Christ. Go get blessed by Capsule Christ." What else I was yelling? It costs extra to taste the body of Christ, and
we had a great time. And we went to the bear, and the bear, they were supposed to give a lunch pail, but time we got there, they ran out of lunch pails, so they gave baseball caps. Yeah, and then we got
packs of toothpicks.
Packs of toothpicks. I forgot the toothpicks. Yeah, I think I left my toothpicks in the hotel room, but that's okay. And then we got in line for customized parasols. Our poor people call them umbrellas. So we got.
I never heard it called being parasol. I thought a parasol would be just stationary and kind of just part of the table. I didn't know it was just good.
Fancy name for umbrella, parasol.
I'm a bitch. Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So I had mine with Evil Fett, and Red had his with C-list villains, and Victor's had his with Capsule Christ because he was going over the Capsule Christ really hard. So and then we had a wonderful lunch and
we also did we walked the Dragon Ball
Z.
Yeah. And so I don't have the photos, but we do have a picture of someone took a photo of Jesus on the Nimbus cloud. So yes, we went really Catholic with that one. I wish I had that photo.
I think I have the photo in my phone. I wish I knew how to bring it up on the screen, but maybe let me see what I can do. Let me see if we can just
Yeah, which is still pretty funny. And I don't know, was it a set of tourists from like Italy?
Oh yeah, there was. Yes, you're correct.
They surrounded Jesus Christ this whole time. Like, holy shit. They were like so odd at the sight of Victor. And they took many photos of him at the Dragon Ball Z site and outside on the harbor. So I think Victor is going to be that one. Yeah. I think Victor's going to be famous in Italy.
Or the Pope is going to shun him, one of the two.
Well, aside from what happened over the weekend Olympics and with the Italian boxer, but we'll cover that when we have time. But Victor's going to be a celebrity there. Yeah.
So we're moving on to Saturday. Me and Lawrence were the only ones that have tickets for Saturday, so I kind of gave up going, and we dressed up as my alter ego, my cosplay at SDCC, the Spot from Into the Spider Universe. If you guys don't know who the Spot is, so
let me pull it up. I gotta get through this. Let's see. I'm trying to not show the girlies that I follow on Facebook. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. Well, not Facebook.
I follow them too, so don't. I mean, they're cosplayers. That's what they,
Oh, I follow more than cosplayers on the IG. All right.
Okay, okay.
So I want to make sure that we're trying to keep this family friendly, sort of.
So, there we go.
So yes, that's Mike in costume as the Spot, and yes, Mike is trying to hold down the excited black hole in his pants for this one cosplayer, Danielle Denicola, which we met, and yes, she has a very high subscriber following. So yes, we were kind of lucked out with that one. We just pick her out of the crowd and say, "Wow, that's a hot chick with in the X-23 clothing." All right, we'll go pick her up, and all of a sudden, oh shit, minor celebrity.
Yep. So,
that's the one. Oh yeah, here we go. That is the popcorn bucket.
Popcorn buckets, yes.
That is the popcorn bucket that we had purchased at the viewing, and they're completely different from what the AMC and Cinemark were offering. I think these are way better.
I think they're way better. And Red had his customized. He had everyone, all the artists that were down there signed his popcorn bucket. So it is a valuable commodity now. It's not just a $30 popcorn bucket. It's a $500 work of art.
Something like that. Oh, yes. She's very cute, and she's very active in the fan site. I think there's a free link if you go through her socials. So if you're curious of what kind of content that she has, I think you will like it. And
if you're curious what kind of content I have, you'll like it too. So don't feel bad.
I think I have more here. Let's see. Nope, that's not this. Here, there's more photos of Mike right there with the Spider-Man, because Mike kept on yelling, "Where's Spider-Man?" And then
where's Spider-Man?
Here, in order to hook up Victor with this cute Ukrainian hostess at our hotel, I try to get them to take a photo together, but I don't think Victor kind of followed up with her and like having to get her contacts. But yes, Victor dressed as sexy Jason Momoa and Joker cosplay, and then she was playing the damsel in distress with Michael trying to attack her. But yeah, I was just trying to play wingman for Jesus, and
play wingman for Jesus.
What more can you do, right? Try to get to heaven, play wingman for Jesus, right?
Exactly. So the costume went great. I think I couldn't go 20 feet without somebody stopping me to take a photograph. So I was proud of my work, and I was proud of the reception that I got there at San Diego Comic-Con on Saturday. Yeah,
you got a ton of eyes on you and giving you plenty of compliments and you know, I the Spider-Man were completely blown away. All the Spider-Man you took a photo with, I think I have one with Spider-Man Bob Ross. I should have put that up. I don't have
Yeah,
it.
you should have put that one up. Yeah.
I don't have that on my IG, but that was the most unique kind of mashup that I've seen. But I think is by far one of the best I've seen all weekend. So like, yeah, that's. I'll find it sometime today and then I'll show it to you guys. But yes, that's our Saturday right there. Again, spent it outside, not inside the with the crazy.
Spent it outside. Yes, exactly. But had a wonderful time. And that's how we got sunburned.
Oh man, it was just we know how crazy it gets in the convention hall. Just on Fridays and Saturdays, so it's like, man, it was just better off being outside and enjoying the scenery and getting some actual air, because I know like people are in there just grabbing up exclusives. There's not, it's people are just are single minded like that one, trying to just, if that's their only day, that's what they're trying to get.
Absolutely, yeah, and that Saturday was so massively packed outside and inside the convention. It was I don't know, 300, 400,000 people. I can't imagine how many people they were, because there's just the gas lamp street, the area with the gas lamp where they have the awning that says the gas lamp. That street was just jam packed. You couldn't walk down that street without bumping into somebody or having to avoid bumping into anybody. Yeah. So, okay. Let's go Sunday, the last day.
Sunday.
Well, Sunday, I think me and Lawrence tried to get the Todd Father's signature. So we woke up at the crack of dawn to get down there. And Lawrence gave up his place to get the Todd Father to get popcorn buckets from the AMC booth. They were head pull, only exclusive.
Right there.
Doesn't that look cool? Doesn't that look cool?
So yes, Lawrence, thank you to Lawrence for gifting this to us, and he grabbed like the last 4 for the day, and yeah. So we were kind of there's something in there. I never opened it.
That's his pinwheel for the top of his helmet.
Okay, cool, great. Okay, I just barely opened it yesterday just to take a photo with it, but yeah, I didn't. I never. Yeah.
So I got the Todd Father, and believe it or not, I was in a lot of pain that day, and luckily, like I said, I was with good friends who were understanding and caring. It didn't make me feel like I was a burden or anything, but we've seen the Todd Father coming in, which Red has eagle eyes. I should call him, instead of villainous Red, I should call him Eagle Eye Red, because he noticed the Todd Father and jumped quickly to say, "Todd, can I have a selfie?" And we all jumped in with a selfie. So I got a free picture with Todd, and I have some. As much as I love Todd and much as I talk bad about Todd, this time Todd was really nice. Even when I was getting my autograph signed, he remembered me from walking in, and he shook my hand. He shook my hand again, and he said, "Thanks for being a fan." So I got to take all my bad experience with the Todd Father away, and with one good experience, wipe all those bad experiences out, because it was nice.
I think I have a photo of it somewhere around here. Let me grab it. Okay, that's not it. Okay, let's see. That's Mike with Doc Ock. That's Miles Morales with Mike. Another Miles Morales with Mike. The Charlie B. Work with Mike. Who else? Oh, there's Danielle right there with Mike. Oh, there's Spider-Man Bob.
There's Bob Ross.
Okay, so I did have it. Okay, and then there's Spider-Man India. Who else? Oh, there's the other Spider-Man cosplayers. These are the first ones you saw that morning.
Yep.
It's Peter B. Parker and Silk. Let's see. I took a few more photos of Danielle De Nicola for science purposes.
For science purposes.
Let's see. Nope, that's not okay. X-23. Let me see what else. I know I have a few Toddfather. Oh, here we go. That's Jesus. So on the third day, he did rise again.
He did rise again. He was smelling a little right by the third day, though. I hate to tell you.
Oh, what do you expect from zombies? All right. Met our boy CV from Hip Hops. He's the one who spotted me. So yeah, the nerd Team Nerd Herd spotted me, and then yeah, it was good to see that guy there. I never met him in person, or actually, I only did their broadcast once, so it was good to be, in that same area with the guys. There's Jesus again. Marvel Jesus. That's like a great play because the day after we saw the movie, that pretty much was trending. Right, the whole Marvel Jesus. So luckily, we bought a popcorn head for Victor to hold around and portray Marvel Jesus. Who else? And there's Mike, caught in the light, getting head from Deadpool. So what are you gonna say about this one, Mike?
I didn't know how. I didn't want to put him on the ground, so I just put him between my legs.
Right.
Well, it looks like there's the head of the other one right there between somebody's legs too. Is that your no? That's Victor. That's Victor. So we're both getting head by head.
Luke. Luke. There he is.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy? Let's see. I know I have a picture of Toddfather in there. Jesus. Here's Jesus greeting the folks to have the Last Supper with him. And I think I know I have a Toddfather picture somewhere else. They're probably in the group chat. Yeah. Well, this is the last thing we saw when we left on Sunday. Well, actually, when Lawrence and I left on Sunday, this is what we saw outside in the hotel room. So,
nice.
So Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man 2099, and T Final Fantasy. So yeah, it's nice to leave San Diego on a high note, finding these three. There's a boy Lawrence.
Some cosplayers.
Yes, because he is such a Spider-Gwen fan.
He is a Spider-Gwen fan.
Big time.
Luke, did you see the movie?
Yes. Deadpool.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so going back to that before we start the discussion on that. This is the thing that Mike was actually wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah,
what I did with my popcorn bucket, my head. So I had once I got all these artists to sign it. So I got John Jang, John Boy, and to the left of John Boy is Mrs. John Boy Myers. I had her sign it. Let's see, Philip Tan, David Mack, Miko Suyin, Jim Jimenez. Let's see. I forgot who that green one is. And then Steven Segovia, Harvey Talibao, Todd Knock,
Harvey
Coogan, Harold Diaz. I got Arthur Adams' palm print and a sign. Eddie Granov, Joyce Chin, Vaughn Randall, Lucio Perillo. Anybody else on there? Scott Kolbish, Ariel Diaz, Drillon, and our buddy Don Anguillo, right there on the top right, top left. Nice.
Like I said, it went from a $30 popcorn bucket to a $500 worth of art.
Well, that kind of grossed out. I think I got Carla Cohen to sign it too. Oh, that was Carla Cohen. So she was kind of grossed out because the butter was still on it. So I was like, what is this? Why is it so slippery? Oh, shit, there's still butter on it.
How many people charged you to sign it?
One. Arthur Adams.
$10.
$10. Was it his standard $10? Okay.
$10, but he smudged it, so I made him re-sign it again. So now I have his DNA, his palm print, and his signature on there. I can call my own Arthur Adams.
Love it.
That's so cool, huh, Luke?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that was really amazing.
Luke was in Arizona that same weekend, right?
Yeah, Grand Canyon.
How'd it go?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Did you go back to your old stomping grounds? Part like the old reservation?
Yeah, Yeah, went out and hung out with my old buddies, the Navajos. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. I'm glad. That's nice.
Need to get my head back on straight. So
Yeah, definitely. You look like you're getting back into the game. Looks like you were about to sell the overage from what we didn't sell at the convention. And is that deal still pending?
no, he actually he came through today.
Nice. Congratulations.
Called this morning and said he's gonna take the deal. So
Oh, damn. All right.
yeah.
So now you're going back to shopping for more inventory, and then reload for next year's.
And I'm not selling everything. I'm selling just the main bulk of it. I still am keeping.
Yeah, the ones that you want to keep.
Yeah, ones I want to keep. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have to sell everything.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we couldn't move definitely could go in other hands and see if they can move that. So
Exactly. Actually, I was in Arizona and I picked this up. Alan Qua in the freaking record store, Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
oh shit. Okay.
Nice.
At Zia Records. Who knew?
How much did you pay for that?
$14.99 plus a teacher discount. So
Oh,
it ended up being like $11.
is Zia
Nice.
Is Zia discount? Was no wait. I know Tim Potter works at one of them.
Yeah, Zia Records is so cool.
Did
They
they
have
also have
comic books and records and video games, and
oh man.
it's like a convention in a store.
Did they have a Mario Kart for Nintendo GameCube for sale over there?
I'm sure they did.
Ah, damn,
They had everything, anything you can think of.
Yeah, those are always fun to find those type of places where it has everything that every collector needs, and yeah, you can haggle with them to get the price that you want. So
Exactly.
I would think that you would have went to where Chin Potter works and say hi, and then I'm not quite sure what city that was in. I know our mutual friend Jeff would know.
I didn't even think about it. Actually, it was my head's been loosey goosey for the past 6 weeks.
Oh, all good, all
So-
good.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, next time when you're back in the Sun Valley state, was it? Is that what the? Well,
I
at
don't
least
know.
when you're back in Arizona, you can see.
It was 115 degrees.
Oh my god.
My head was baking.
Bacon.
I did go to like 3 comic stores, and most of the people were gone for they were down in San Diego that week. And I don't know, man. Traditional comic shops, it's a weird time. It's a weird time to go into traditional shops these days.
Please elaborate.
Yeah, let's go, because I just had my local comic store reopen, and I love it. It's better now than it was before. My local
Good.
comic store.
That's good.
What's up, Blue?
What's up, Blue?
Hey, what's up, Blue? It seems like there's some really good one, and then like I don't know. It seems like a lot of shops are still holding on to those COVID prices. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta evolve. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was a buyer's market. At least
That's what I'm saying, man. I thought this was a buyer's market.
like because I posted a sale on one of the group pages just to get rid of some slabs that I've been holding on to. I'll put them down cheap, but then only had one buyer. Like, what are they afraid of? They could just haggle.
I know.
Not even
There's
a
a
COVID
lot
price.
of. It's a weird time to be in comic books. Even the guy who bought this lot was like, "I'm a little nervous because it's a weird time, but he's like, if society collapses, I'm gonna have a lot of insulation."
Toilet paper.
I was like, "Hey man, you don't have to. Like, I got like 3 other people in line if you want to pass. I'm not forcing anything here."
And I'm glad you were able to move those books because I didn't want to carry them back to the convention hall.
I know, neither did I. Neither did I. I picked this up though down there. A little Deadpool
Nice.
from
Is that Alan Qua as well?
I don't know who this is, but Deadpool. He's look at his arm. Got the slice. Looks like a ham sandwich.
Brand new. I think that came out a couple weeks ago. Yeah, in time for the movie.
This is World War III. Deadpool Wolverine World War III.
I think there's a few out there in the group pages that are selling those Deadpool Wolverine books, and especially the one where he's kind of has them like stabbed in the air kind of deal. That blue cover. I forgot which.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw this one. This is one of my favorites I picked up down there.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
the Nirvana one.
The
Nice.
Nirvana cover. I paid up for that. I don't, dude. So this was my just fun trip. I didn't look up eBay shit. I was just like, if I saw something, I liked it, I bought it. And
How much did you pay for that? How much did you pay for the Nirvana cover?
This one had a $36 price tag on it.
Nice.
I don't know if it's worth that. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just know
I think it's still now because all the Deadpool books are going to going up because of the movie.
I was like, I want it.
Yeah,
I've never seen it. I want it.
That's going in the comic capsule.
That's going in the comic capsule for sure. Yes.
Oh, that's Sweetum too, Arthur Sweetum.
Oh yeah.
Was he at San Diego? He's at all the cons.
He was at San Diego and he was at San Francisco.
He's at every con he can get to. That's his deal.
That's his deal. Plus, I think he only signs on a red marker, which is annoying because it's a thick red marker.
He'll sign whatever you want him to sign in. Redentor. Oh, this is the money book right now these days, though, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merc with the Mouth 7. First Lady Deadpool.
This guy right here.
This is first appearance of her. And I don't know if it was Blake. I don't think it was Blake Lively, though, was it?
It was Blake.
But no, but I saw the credits. It wasn't Lady Deadpool is not credited as Blake Lively.
Ryan confirmed it on his IG. It was Blake. And
I know that, Red. That's why I'm confused. I was like, wait, why isn't Blake Lively credited as Lady Deadpool?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like Taylor Swift because that was a whole rumor mill.
How much you selling that one for, Luke?
Dude, I paid $90 for that, $89.99.
No.
Oh yeah.
And but I think this one's gonna be because Liefeld said they're gonna do like a series with her, and they're coming with her, Lady Deadpool.
Oh man, did you see that guy's post on Twitter being a little little butthurt because someone called Deadpool a B-list character before Ryan Reynolds got a hold of him?
Bullshit. That's bullshit. I mean, I'm mad now because that's bullshit. Ryan Reynolds didn't make Deadpool. Deadpool made Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, hey.
I'm sorry. That's bullshit.
You can say whatever you want, but I was buying New Mutant 98s for $0.25 up until Deadpool 1. The announcement of the movie.
Yep.
So.
And I kind of agree with the commenter as far as like him being the B-list superhero because he was more of an anti-hero, and then until Fabian the Caesar started writing Deadpool, he was boring.
You could buy New Mutants 1 to 100 for $25 all day long. All day long. The whole run. People would sell them. I bought 2 runs for $50 at a swap.
And that
and the seller was happy to move them. He was happy.
What that included Deadpool, the first appearance of Cable, and
included 87 and 98. Totally.
Wow, that was a deal. When Deadpool came out in 2016.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah, that's nice.
I have that one. It was remarked by the artist. What's the fuck his name again? Who's the artist now?
Gazin.
Yeah, Nick Gazin. Yeah.
Gazin.
I got that one remarked by Nick Gazin, and he also gave me. I also bought one of his pieces that he drew of his dad.
Now this one I pulled from a Dollar Bin, boys, and this one was that everyone thought was gonna happen. Dazzler as Tay-Tay.
Yeah,
but no Tay-Tay.
Not yet. Not yet. Maybe in a deleted scene.
Not yet, not ever. I don't think.
Well, remember the stuff that we saw in the trailer? Some of that stuff didn't appear in the actual runtime of the movie.
That's such a killer cover too. I mean, that looks like Taylor Swift.
It does look like Taylor Swift. I agree.
And that's from like
a hotter
2010.
Taylor Swift though.
I don't know if you can say that. I think Taylor Swift is pretty hot.
She don't have
She don't have boobs. Really hotter than what she is.
She don't have boobs like that though.
I don't know. I think really Travis Kelce is hotter.
Travis Kelce's hotter.
What were some of my? Oh, these were cool. I found a bunch of these Deadpool core.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
You know, these are hot. Deadpool core. There's first appearance of those type of little guys.
Headpool. Dogpool.
Doggy poo poo. Deadpool. See, there's all the where they're just chilling. Oh, this is it. Okay, so Deadpool. There's he says a vampire hickey. Deadpool gets bit by a vampire. What happens? I mean, he
heals.
Does the vampire die?
That's a good question, because he was right next to Blade the whole time that they were together, right? So they could have played in that story like, what if Blade bit Deadpool? What would happen?
Oh, here's one. Dogpool.
I like Dogpool.
First appearance of Dogpool. Deadpool Core 3. It was fun. I had a good time looking for all these Deadpool comics.
You know, I was hoping that you would kind of cross the Arizona border and join us that weekend after we were done at the Grand Canyon. And
Dude, I saw I was in Beatty, Nevada, and there was like 200 wild donkeys around me. And it said California to the left, Death Valley, and then Las Vegas to the right. And I was like, which way do I go?
You went to Las Vegas.
Went to Vegas.
Did you stop by Torpedo Comics on the way there?
Hell no. Man, that guy makes you there's a premium for just walking in.
That's true, but walking into the vault is like an eye-opening experience.
It's like going to Mile High Comics. It's pointless.
Yeah.
You just gotta buy from guys like us. There's Lady Deadpool #1. I found that to go with that Merc with the Mouse 7.
Nice.
Now, did she ever have cancer? Because is she like a complete other variant of Deadpool, right?
Yeah, they're variant. Yeah, completely.
Variant,
so pretty versus the Deadpool Prime.
Exactly.
So I'm amazed he got Snipes to be in the movie. They hated each other in 3. There was an interview by Entertainment Weekly with Wesley Snipes. They said the whole flag thing was not really a big deal.
Nice.
Kidpool. That was cool. That was a cool find.
Yeah, Kidpool was played by his daughter, Ryan's daughter. Yeah.
That was the best crossover of the multiverse and everything I've ever seen.
Since Endgame?
Oh, yeah.
Better than Endgame.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Okay, right. Let's get into it. Let's
stay friends now.
We're saying friends. I have an opinion. You have an opinion. We can disagree. We don't have to hate each other. I love you, Luke.
Endgame's Bible. Okay.
Okay. Bible of what?
Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
MCU.
And
I would disagree because
Deadpool is Marvel Jesus.
Marvel Jesus, exactly.
Yeah. So
Jesus rules them all.
If Endgame is the Bible, then Deadpool is Marvel Jesus. So let's get into it. So
let's get into it.
When did you watch Deadpool Wolverine, Luke?
Friday.
That was the first time you've seen it, right? Do you think you're gonna go watch it again in order to get all the other Easter eggs and?
Yeah, not in the theater. I'll wait till it comes out. But
so I think October is the streaming date for that, and then I think December is the Blu-ray release. It's from what I read. Yeah, let's get into it. What do you think so far as the opening to the movie, where we see Deadpool digging up old man Logan and finding his corpse or his skeleton, and then dancing to
In sync.
Bye.
So funny.
So
So
funny.
irreverent, funny. It was
Very
perfect.
very meta, very like kind of catches the audience attention right away.
Oh, totally.
I love they had.
I didn't catch the last Expendables with Wesley Snipes. I need to catch that one. But yeah, with Deadpool playing with Logan's skeleton and his adamantium claws, and it kind of sets a story of how I guess every Deadpool movie started out with how did you find me in this situation? And he goes in the recap of okay, this is where it started. So we go back to the apartment where, or at least seeing Deadpool or Wade having this midlife crisis and having to find a job. Mike, what did you think of how they set up that story until they got to the point where the
when he staples the hair piece to his head, I was dying. I couldn't believe that. Just douche, 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 douche.
it's
And then
it's not a hair piece, it's a hair system.
oh, it's a hair system. I forgot. But anyways, it's a hair piece. And then the whole spiel about the Honda Odyssey van thing that just played so much into everything that him and Bob were selling vans together.
I mean Peter.
I thought his name was Bob. Peter. Yeah, that just hilarious. That was comedy genius right there.
Luke, what do you think of Wade Wilson having the midlife crisis? Like, is that even possible for a superhero to come to that point in their life?
I don't know. I don't know if he is. I don't know how long he's gonna live. What's the? I actually don't know that about Deadpool. If he is aging progressively, or if he's just constantly regenerating, he's gonna be like Logan,
Well, except the Logan and Old Man Logan, which his batteries had ran out, right? I think that was the whole premise, was he was dying.
He was dying from the antium in his body. That was
the adamant was slowly leaching.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he must have been at least 300 years old by then.
Oh yeah,
because he was 200 in the movie.
200 in this. I guess with that Earth 10,005 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so after the I guess after Deadpool beats up the TVA, were you kind of hoping that at least Loki or anybody from the show would kind of show up during that time? Like let's say Ouroboros or Miss Minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking Miss Minutes was going to be there, but it wasn't there. I figured that she was going to pop up and say, like, you have so much time to do this, or the world ends, or something like that. But it never happened. Yeah.
Oh, you Luke.
Oh, in terms of if they got like the Loki actor, or
yeah,
they didn't get any of the OG Avengers to show up, which I'm not mad about. But
they got Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, but not as Captain America.
Oh,
yeah, that was awesome because we were all excited, and then the second they started talking, I was like, "It's Johnny."
Yeah, because Captain America doesn't drop F-bombs.
And he doesn't have that, like, he talks more like younger and more like, "Hey guys," you know what I mean? He has like a lighter dialect.
Yeah, that Boston dialect really came out. You heard it more at the end, at the post credit scene when he was going through the whole monologue
and dropping F-bombs like a drunken sailor.
Yes, that one. But going back, because there's a little relation between Ouroboros and Deadpool as far as like Ki Kwan and Ryan Reynolds, because it was Ki who actually did the action sequences for Wolverine Origins. That's where they met. So I was thinking like maybe they'll have a kind of sort of reunion as their characters in the MCU. but that didn't happen. And then so from here, what do you guys think of the at least the second antagonist, which is the British guy, Mr. Paradox? So what do you think of the actor there and how he handled that character?
I think he did a great job. He was believable, and even though he wasn't a true villain in the Marvel universe, he played a great villain. You wanted him to get the shit kicked out of him, and he ended up getting the shit kicked out of him.
What about you, Luke?
Tom Wambsgans, one of my favorite all-time characters. Succession. Did you guys watch Succession at all?
Yeah,
my mom's a huge Succession fan. I never got into it, but my mom is a huge Succession fan.
It's all time for me. My wife and I love Succession, and Tom Wambsgans is like he was Tom Wambsgans in Deadpool. It was with his English accent.
So he played one of the siblings, right? In the Succession series? Or
no, he played the husband to one of the siblings.
Is that okay?
And it was just so slimy and just like
that's what I felt right there too. Like he was really,
always trying to get his way and undercut everybody, and
then super flamboyant, which I like being part.
Wasn't he also in Veep too? Wasn't he in Veep too?
I'm sure he was. He's been in a lot of things. He's a fantastic actor. I want to see way more. I loved his character.
I mean, he kind of reminds you of like a Pierce Morgan. Just like that kind of that sleaze bag.
Yeah, he's kind of sleaze bag. Yeah.
Right. So from here, we kind of get into the wasteland, and we get to see some of our past Fox Marvel characters, and
yeah,
excited to see other than Johnny Storm. We'll start with you, Mike.
I was a little sad that Sabretooth got his head cut off in like 30 seconds. So I wanted that fight to go on maybe a second longer.
That was like bummer.
It was like 30 seconds and his head's cut off. So I was a little disappointed there, but you got to see him. You got to see Toad. You got to see Pyro. And you got to see, what you wanted. You were there to go see. You wanted to see these characters from the Fox stuff come back.
What about you, Luke?
There's no way Sabretooth's getting taken out that easily. They're brothers. They know each other's moves. They dance.
Yeah, but it could have been like a
head cut off like that.
It could
one pass.
One pass.
So who were you excited to see, Luke? As far as like when that whole scene, that whole Mad Max scene, like who did you spot as like one of your favorites, or at least who you were surprised to see in the whole crowd?
Oh man, Sabretooth, definitely.
Okay. Did you guys catch Lady Deathstrike?
Yep.
Psylocke. The Blob.
Oh, I totally missed the Blob.
Blob was on the top of the
second level of that.
Yeah, he was doing the alarm bells or some shit like that, or whatever it was.
I missed Psylocke, and I missed a lot of stuff.
And the guy in the red, the devil looking dude, I forgot his name. I was thinking Sinestro, but it's not Sinestro.
It's Azrael.
Azrael, thank you. That's another one right there.
Azrael I missed so much stuff. I kind of dozed off a little bit.
How dare you? I'm ashamed now.
Thank you, Luke.
I was so comfortable. I was in the recliner in the theater. It's so cool, and I was just like,
And Luke, you called it from when we saw the trailer as Cassandra Nova was going to be your main.
Cassandra Nova. We called that in January too.
I called it even before that. Cassandra Nova was going to be the villain.
Yeah,
what do you think of her as far as like the main bad? We'll start with Luke.
Loved her. Perfect.
Great
job. Brilliant. Yeah. Perfect.
She even looked like Cassandra Nova from the comic books. I mean, if Luke has a first edition of Cassandra Nova and he opened it up, she looked just like it. They could have been twins.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
She's a dead ringer for like a female James McAvoy too, because at one point they pan the camera over like, is that James?
It was also weird being kind of attracted to her. Like, man, she's pretty hot actually.
Yeah. kind of petite, but yet evil and nutty, like having her hands in your face kind of
Well,
deal.
then her and Logan connected, and then it was like, what's going on here? Is this real?
When she went in Deadpool's head, that's what I was thinking was going to happen. I was like, they were going to kiss or something like that.
And then she's like, Logan, she's like, I got you. And you're like, is she turning good? And then he's like, I got you.
It's I guess a little switcheroo, right? Where we're like she was in Deadpool's head, and then in order to distract her, then that's when Logan came in and stabbed her. Then we got to see at least one character from the Loki series, which is that big cloud monster. I forgot his name.
Oh, the one that eats all the people.
Yeah, that one.
I don't know the name of that one off the top of my head. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just not really a prominent character. He was just somebody who was just going to eliminate.
Yeah, it was just a cloud monster.
Yeah. And then from here, they escape and go.
Well, could it be Spirit King? Isn't that
Goliath?
his name?
Thank you, Luther.
Goliath?
No, Goliath.
Okay.
Yeah. So they go through this whole fight, then they escape, and then they find Nice Pool. Before that, Dog Pool. What'd you think of that sequence of Deadpool?
The ugliest dog there is, but I just loved it. I thought the dog was so cute, even though it was just probably the ugliest dog that walked the planet. I'm sure Ryan Reynolds went through thousands of dogs till he found the ugliest one. But that tongue was something else.
Luke, what you think?
Was it AI though?
No, it's an actual dog.
Was that a real dog?
I guess long hair Chihuahua with a little rash or mange.
Mange.
So this is an actual dog. And what do you guys think of Reginald Reynolds playing Nice Pool?
I like how Deadpool used him as a fuck toy to get shot up. I thought that was
the meat shield.
I thought that was hilarious.
We all know why. We all know why he did that, right? Because he wanted two things from him: the two golden plated Desert Eagles, and the dog.
The dog.
Yeah, and the dog. Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's like you don't regenerate,
which is weird because all the other ones are regenerated. But he's Nice Pool and very Canadian and very very helpful and kind of helped move the story along and giving them the Honda Odyssey. And so they drive off into the Badlands in the Honda Odyssey, and I guess we get this whole reveal where Deadpool said kind of told Logan like he doesn't know what he's doing and that he doesn't think that TVA will be able to help anyway. And then they go through this whole fight scene. What do you guys think of that sequence right there?
The fight scene was fabulous. In close quarters, that was probably the best close quarters fight scene I've seen in cinema in a long time. Not since Tony Jaa, movies. The fight scene in such close quarters were so good. Yes.
Luke, thoughts on the Honda Odyssey fight?
Yeah, kind of. It had like a little like Jackie Chan feel to it, like.
That's what I thought. Tony Jaa. I had Tony Jaa. That's how I felt with it. Tony Jaa.
Jaa,
it was great.
Chan, very martial artist. I mean,
martial art. Yeah.
I didn't get the whole Honda Odyssey joke. Can you guys fill me in on that? Because I never really owned a Honda
Just
Odyssey.
Like white bread, boring but dependable.
Soccer mom.
Yeah, the soccer mom. Toyota mom. Sienna, Honda Odyssey.
And then he was selling a Kia
Sorento.
Yeah, Sorento, which is a minivan. Another, I guess.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Better the Honda Odyssey. So yeah. Okay, so after the fight, they get saved by X-23, which we don't get the reveal until a few minutes later. And we get to see all the other, I guess, misfits outside on the Borderlands. Were you surprised on the reveal on every hero that came in that room? And did you see the other Easter eggs of Scarlet Witch and whatever else that you find in the cave? What did you guys see there?
I thought Jennifer Gardner would never do this kind of movie, but she did it, and I liked her in it. I mean, I could see Wesley Snipes. He needs the money and all that, but I didn't think Jennifer Gardner would do it. But she was there as
Elektra.
Elektra. Yeah.
How about you, Luke?
So we had Gambit, Elektra, Blade, and X-23. I thought there would be more. Actually, I thought there would be a few more.
Well, remember the Deadpool 2 where there was a limited budget and could get every X-Men character on screen until they did a little reveal in the back. So I guess this is what they're only allowed to get. And
we finally see Channing Tatum as Gambit. What do you guys think of Channing Tatum?
I think he looked huge. He was too big to be Gambit. He was huge.
Like a chunk.
Gambit
needs to be like lean and like a cat.
Yeah. This guy was huge. He was a monster.
He just walks in.
He was bigger than Colossus. That's how big he was.
I was dying.
Yeah, all that liquor in the cave. So yeah, he probably did put on some weight and thinking that he was born in the void. So could be that, but that variant could be just fat Gambit.
Dude, I don't know, but Jennifer Garner as Elektra, I could watch more of that.
Did you hear a few digs at Ben Affleck when I think they mentioned how Daredevil being dead and
oh yeah.
She wasn't really like concerned about it.
Yeah, she's like, oh well.
The best thing of all that is when Wesley Snipes says, "I'm the only Blade."
Well, oh yeah, that's right, because they did reveal like there was the Punisher was supposed to be on there,
but the Punisher got killed. He went after her and got killed.
Magneto
got killed,
and Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm got turned into a meat bag.
But never Professor X. That's interesting. Oh, Doctor Strange. I was like, ain't no way Doctor Strange getting beat up by Cassandra Noah. Come on now.
She has mind powers versus magic. I don't know. That's still up in the air for me. Like, who is the most?
She has the same powers as Professor X. She's the same Omega level,
but without the conscience to.
Without the conscience. So yeah.
She did say that a few Charles Xavier's did fall into the void. That's how she came about having the wheelchair.
Oh, that is true. The chair.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure how that played out, like in the story. Except just having the chair. So what do you guys think of bringing back Daphne Keene as X-23 and then having that little conversation between her and Logan and getting him to fight for the next day at the Cassandra Nova's?
I think it was heartwarming a little bit. I mean, the movie goes like this was a roller coaster ride. That's how I feel the movie was. And if you just sat there and enjoyed the roller coaster and raised your hands up, the movie was fabulous. But I think if you held on to the rail and try to psychoanalyze everything, you might have got lost because there's just so much going on that it was just sensory overload.
It was a lot of overload.
But did you think that kind of moved the story along?
Absolutely. No question.
What about you, Luke? Well, after seeing X-23 or Daphne Keene in Acolyte, I mean, she's gonna have a huge career now that she's done these two things this year.
Oh, see, I haven't watched Acolyte yet.
Oh, okay.
Was she in there? Okay,
she's in there. She knew. That's all I'll give you. That's all I'll give you. She's in there. But having her on there and having her reprise that role, I think that MCU is going to move on from Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine after Secret Wars and jumping into Laura's storyline.
I highly agree with that.
And then, did you catch the Easter egg with the Scarlet Witch and the not the Book of Ashanti, but what was that? That dark book that she had in WandaVision. I know Luther knows the answer, but
I didn't catch that at all.
At the ceiling of the cave that they're in, it's the actual cave that they use for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So that's a little nice Easter egg to look for as well. Did I catch anything else? I think that's it. So we go to the point where they're driving in the Honda Odyssey. Blade is on the roof shooting a grenade launcher, blast into Giant Man's hands and into the base. What you guys think of the fight scene and the reveal with Logan in the back of the van and then going to fight through Cassandra? What do you guys think of that? We'll start with Luke.
When he fights Cassandra.
Oh, at least they had the 4 fighting on the rest of the minions, and then Deadpool and Wolverine go fight up the Cassandra. That whole sequence right there. What'd you think?
Was she doing like the weird hand stuff?
Yeah.
No, not quite yet. They're fighting like Gambit and Elektra. They're all fighting the minions, and that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, what do you think of that fight sequence? Like seeing Gambit in action, seeing Blade, and then Elektra, and then seeing X-23 chopping off Juggernaut's feet from.
I know that was kind of brutal.
So, did you think that kind of exceeded your expectations as far as like how much blood and gore we're going to see in this movie?
No, I was probably expecting that about that. It's Deadpool.
What'd you think of the whole fight sequence with Gambit when he was sticking those cards in?
I know. I was like, all right.
Like that's such a cool sequence. And Mike, what'd you think? What'd you think of that?
I think the blood and guts was sufficient for the scene. I thought it was great. I like to watch. You know, I wish they would have showed more fighting with Blade. I wanted to see if Wesley Snipes could, at 58, could still do some karate moves, but they really didn't show too much of that. But I did like Fat Gambit, throwing the cards. I did like Fat Gambit throwing the cards. I quite enjoyed that. I liked him lighting up his staff too, because he doesn't just fight with cards; he fights with his staff too.
Yeah,
so, yeah. I liked how he lit up the staff.
I think everybody had at least 4 weeks of training to at least get ready for their role. That from what the interview I've seen.
Channing Tatum was eating some hamburgers and hot dogs.
and Gambit, not Gambit, but Blade. I think I don't think Wesley Snipes was actively doing martial arts, so maybe he was kind of rusty. But we were getting a lot of like not back and forth, but these other scenes from every other person. That way they can get their shine on camera. So that's why they didn't really put a lot of focus on Wesley and being Blade and doing his thing.
Can I go back to something that I talked about with you after the show? Pyro could never beat Johnny Storm, because Johnny Storm is an Omega level, mutant in his own right. He can like become as hot as the sun. So there's no way Pyro could defeat him. And in this show, Pyro defeats him as fast as Wolverine defeated Sabretooth. I just wanted to go back. I just wanted to say that. I was a little disappointed in that.
What do you think about that proclamation right there by Mike? Because all I know is it could be just a variant, that's a weaker version and not an Omega level being as another, like as Human Torch Prime, right? So, what do you think, Luke? Like, could that be the case? Well, when we see this Johnny Storm get, like,
because Pyro's only his only mutant power is to manipulate fire. It's not to take fire away. He actually took fire away from Johnny Storm, and that's why Johnny Storm fell to the ground like a sack of potatoes. I mean, I know I'm kind of nitpicking and going back in the movie because this happened. We already talked about this area of the movie 5 minutes ago, but it just dawned on me. It burned my butt a little bit during, after the movie that, I guess because I'm such a comic book nerd, I wanted everything to go the way the comic books go. So maybe I'm just being petty.
And they could be going by the comic books. There are variants out there in the universe where there could be different power sets from their originals. And that's what we saw with Johnny Storm and Pyro. So Pyro could be more powerful being in that void.
Yeah. I don't know. I never considered Johnny Storm Omega level.
Isn't he? I thought he is more because he can make himself hotter than the sun now. He can make himself hotter than the sun.
Well, maybe that version wasn't quite there yet. Maybe.
Yeah. Remember, variants are key in this universe, because we have a Deadpool that couldn't regenerate.
Right.
This Johnny Storm couldn't fucking get hotter than the sun. Well, what did this? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Wouldn't Chris be more powerful?
Thank you, Miss So. Thank you.
Yeah. If they wrote it that way, that would have been the case. But then it would have been a whole different.
Well, yeah, he wouldn't have been turned into a meat by Cassandra Nova either.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. He would have already flew away.
Yeah, he would have said "flame on."
Yeah, he was one of not one of many, but at least one of the people that could fly out of the void, at least away from danger. In this case, Pyro took away that power. It's a very
You getting yourself a cold one, Luke?
Yeah, PBR.
Right. So we see Deadpool and Wolverine getting attacking Cassandra, place the Juggernaut helmet on her, and then to get the only to find out that she has the sling from Doctor Strange. Then she whisked them away back to I guess Wayne's universe, and we see the Deadpool core. What did you guys think of that sequence? Especially we already saw the little Easter egg of Liefeld's Only Feet store, but the whole Deadpool core has a bunch of Easter eggs as well.
So the final I consider that kind of the final act of the movie. Once they jump through that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And it's my favorite.
It's my favorite too. And
it's my favorite act.
I'm gonna say this: Blake Lively as Lady Deadpool. OMG. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to be like pervy or anything like that, but OMG.
We're talking about the guy who just took a photo with X-23 at the convention. The way you picked her out, like her. I want to take a photo with her. Yeah, pervy. That pervy guy. I love this dude. Mr. Pervy.
Miss So, don't listen to him. He's lying. He's lying.
The whole fight sequence is great. You would think that that would have been like the whole thing that do Disney in as far as like the R rating, but they really went off the rails with the blood and the shooting and the chopping, especially with Nicepool being the human shield for Deadpool.
Yeah, the human body bag.
Yeah, with the nice little not monologue, but at least a little interchange with Deadpool and Nicepool breaking the fourth wall. I mean, what do you guys think of that little comedy thing right there, where Nicepool just ends up breaking the fourth wall and then just saying one thing, which was the proposal, which is one of
the proposal, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds' little other movies, and then Deadpool coming back with "Don't listen to Van Wilder," which is actually another reference to
Van Wilder.
Yeah, another reference to another.
When he only did rom-coms for like a decade.
He did actually, yeah. I don't know if
he was the leading man.
I don't think you would count Waiting as a rom-com, but he wasn't the leading man on that one. He was a supportive character. But yeah, in
Van Wilder, he was a lead character.
He was.
In Van Wilder 1 and 2, Van Wilder 3, that Kyle Kamal was the lead guy in that one. Ryan Reynolds wasn't even in that one.
No, he wasn't. It was the Indian guy.
An Indian guy.
Yeah, who did Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Okay, So the whole fight with the Deadpool core happens. Then they kind of finish that up because Peter Pool shows up in costume.
Hung like a horse.
Every Deadpool character knows a Peter, and Peter's the one that saves.
Well, he was Deadpool. He had the helmet, like handles. That's his Deadpool.
I wasn't quite sure that he had the balls of steel in the second Deadpool movie, but I'm glad they kind of added that and just to give him that little dynamic. That like they give him, I guess, as his superpowers have balls of steel, right?
Balls of steel.
That's gonna be probably the number one cosplay this year coming up. Deadpool with the bike helmet and the Teva sandals.
Yeah, Mike's gonna start making that tomorrow. He's gonna start with the testicle part. Miss says it's hard to believe Ryan is our age. He still seems a bit much younger. Yes, he's 40.
He's our age.
Well, I mean,
not my age, but
let's see him when he wakes up in the morning. I mean, no makeup, no stylist.
Yeah,
but he's sleeping next to Blake Lively. He's waking up with a big smile on his face.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I got my wife. My wife could go up against Blake Lively any day.
Well, both Rachel
47.
and Blake Lively are 10 years younger than you and Ryan. So it's like, okay, that's the advantage with you guys right there. Like you have that little decade apart, so the youth kind of stays. And then
Rachel she's 7 years younger than me.
7 years.
No, I don't know.
Come on, that's your wife.
I have to think about it.
That's why I said 10. That's why you gotta
cover it.
There's a padding there. You never guess a woman's true age. You give them the padding of 10 years below the true age. So, and the Peter.
No, she was 20 and I was 27 when we met.
That would be 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, definitely still a pretty huge gap right there. And then from there on we see the guys talking to Mr. Paradox. Goes into the what do you call it, the bottom of the time Ripper to stop Cassandra from destroying a universe. What you guys think of that sequence when you thought that it was just going to be Deadpool that's going to be saving the universe, but then Logan kind of jumps in and helps out because Deadpool couldn't finish the job. Let's start with you, Luke.
What do you do now?
The whole saving the universe by holding hands, singing Madonna, and then combining both matter and antimatter flow to stop Cassandra from destroying the universe.
Oh, it was so silly. It was a good silliness.
Did you feel that was their Guardians of the Galaxy ending moment right there?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yes.
And you know why I liked it? Because it wasn't like, I feel like Marvel really tries to pull on like the heartstrings a lot to try and get you to kind of tear up a little bit. This wasn't any of that. It was just fun. I was just like cheering them on. I loved it.
Yeah, and the whole
Guardians one, remember Groot's like dying and we're all like Groot, and, like tearing up.
But they then started holding hands and then defeated
Defeated her.
Yeah,
defeated her.
Like,
Maybe.
What you think?
I agree with Luke. There's nothing more I could say besides it was a fun moment in cinema history that, Wolverine pushes, Deadpool aside to be the hero and he can't do it. So Deadpool goes down there and they hold hands and like a prayer.
And he had the fins and the shirt off. I was like, that's perfect. Finally.
Well, I think this is the first time anybody in Disney had said the term "cum gutter," which came out of Wade's mouth. Which this cum gutter is describing the V shaped things on your abs, and that's what we got to saw out of you jacking right there.
I still think it was CGI.
No way. That's all you right there. That's all used hardware. You can't just CGI muscles.
It might have been a little with this 6-pack. Might have been a little bit, but he's single now too, so it's not like he's not going home to wife and food. He's working out all the time.
Exactly. I think right after that sequence, they did kind of take a jab at the ex-wife, saying that he's been like this since the divorce.
Exactly. Yeah. Because she was falling asleep during his rehearsals, and he'd look out, and she'd be asleep.
I never knew that had kind of falling out, and I think
that's why he's like, she doesn't love me anymore.
Wow, and she was
I'm gonna work out.
Stop playing Wolverine in movies, right? She was the one that kind of discouraged him from doing that.
I don't know.
And then we see, and then after that we get to see I forgot her name, but from Loki, the head of the TVA.
Yeah, the head of the TVA.
Rest Paradox, and you see Deadpool and Wolverine go off for shawarma, just like they did in the Avengers.
And then Todd and her kind of had the hots. That was adorable. Like, go Todd.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. With Peter walking in.
Peter, yeah.
And
I got his name wrong too. You said Bob. I said that's kind of a point. He could be any name.
He could be anybody. He could be a dad.
Bob, Todd, Peter.
From what I heard, the divorce was amicable. Okay, all right.
Yeah, totally.
Sometimes
divorce.
Of course, but how much did Hugh Jackman have to pay? That's amicable. That's what I'm
sure
know.
He paid under. I'm sure it was under the table. No, I see Peter and her get the hots for each other, and she's like, "You are looking good in that suit."
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Someone's getting lucky tonight.
Well,
I heard "Like a Prayer" was like the #1 downloaded thing from Spotify after the movie.
Really, and not NSYNC's "Bye Bye Bye."
No, I heard "Like a Prayer."
Okay,
I mean, think so, yeah.
I think that song still is
good for Madonna.
Yeah, that song is still a hit. I mean,
well, Ryan Reynolds had to fly out personally to Madonna's house and ask her face to face.
That's right.
She's never let that song be used in a movie, and it's like her baby. And he went up to her face to face and like laid it out. Like, here's how it's gonna be. And she's like, she gave the blessing.
I think she also had a little bit of input on how it will play out, right? Too.
Yeah. What was that? Because they said that in the interview. They're like, she had a little note. She had a note for us. I was like, what's the note?
I think the whole walking towards the fight, and then there was a little explosion of the fireworks in the store. That kind of gives that downbeat or drop, and then you go into the melody. They created for more dramatic effect. I think that was probably one of the notes. But I'm not the music coordinator there, so they probably just timed it right.
Probably it was the most comic book fight. The Deadpool core fight was the most comic book fight I've ever seen on screen.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah, and I like how Luke Wilson played the cowboy, the voice of the cowboy.
No, not Luke Wilson. Not Luke Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
No. It's
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah,
there you go, Matthew.
Yeah, I thought that was him.
I get all those guys mixed up. I'm sorry.
I thought that was Maddie. Yeah, that was the most comic booky fight I've ever seen. It was just so perfect when they were like pushing the big pile and then like push back.
Yeah, it was all mostly Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds in the background doing Deadpool things and shooting and chopping up people. Did you get kind of confused like which Deadpool is which because there's only one Wolverine there.
Yeah, and there was a ton of Deadpools.
So now then we get to see them eat shawarma. Deadpool takes Wolverine to meet Blind Al and the crew, and
that ended.
They ended. But on the reveal, we get to see that they brought Laura into their universe. So what do you guys think of what they're gonna do with Laura now that she's in the MCU?
Well, like you said, I think she's going to take over the reins from Wolverine. She's going to be the new Wolverine in the new upcoming movies. I think Hugh is done, and Hugh should be done. I never thought Hugh Jackman was a great Wolverine in the beginning, but I mean, that's my personal opinion.
Erroneous. Well, we'll see what Luke says.
No, I think that's the hottest comic book out right now is Laura Kinney's first appearance. Nick's 3. That is the hottest comic book on the market right now because everyone's wanting her
Yeah.
to be the new Wolverine.
Book 180 and 181 and New Mutants 98 are kind of already
They
up there.
peaked. They have
Yeah,
peaked.
So next 2 and 3 are probably the ones that are rising.
Well, it's 1 through 6 is the whole Nyx thing. Nyx 3's her first appearance. Nyx 4, she's on the cover again. So 3 and 4 are the ones to get if you can.
If you
I
can.
I had a 9.8 at one point. I sold it.
Did you crack it? Did you had a 9.6 and cracked it?
No, I had a 7.5. I had a 7.5 and I cracked it and I got 9.8.
Beautiful. Damn.
I sent it to Greg DeFore, the pressing wizard.
Yeah, he does some magic.
He does some magic.
Okay,
But,
so
yeah, I sold it right. I sold it in 2019. I don't know, $500.
yeah, I don't know what it's trending now, but it's
like 1,000, maybe 1,100. Nothing crazy, but
so okay. So what do you guys think of the post-credit scenes as far as like the whole runabout of the Fox universe with the X-Men and Daredevil and Fantastic Four, Elektra?
oh, that was my teary-eyed moment. The credit scene I was tearing up in. It felt like a family reunion photo because each movie, starting with X-Men 1, is like a point. Is like a point in my life. You know, it's like X-Men 1, 99, 2000, like 2, and then going all the way through. I'm just like, man, it's like a story of my life.
It's just like that's the only way they can get everybody from the previous cast to at least be in part of that movie, even though they couldn't get them. Is that what?
Maybe.
Well, it's like an homage to the Fox, like saying goodbye to Fox. It was like saying goodbye to Fox, right?
Brandon? Yeah, I would say that's like goodbye to Fox. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, it's goodbye to Fox. I think that's maybe what it was. You know, I don't know if it was so much an homage. I think the homage was a little bit. There's a couple scenes with Stan Lee was more of an homage to Stan, but yeah, maybe say goodbye to Fox because Fox is no longer going to have it.
Yeah,
the mouse owns them now, as the movie keeps saying over and over again.
Yeah,
the mouse
will let him have violence, but we'll let him say cocaine, right?
Yep.
Okay, what do you guys think of the last post-credit scenes with Johnny Storm going through his whole
oh yeah, he did say all the stuff.
How a piece of shit Cassandra Loba is. What do you guys think?
Perfect.
Nothing like F bombs. I love F bombs.
Now, do you think that was written by Dennis Leary? Because both Dennis Leary and Chris Evans are Bostonians, so the whole Boston accent thing was there. But the monologue thing sounded so much like what Dennis Leary would say. I mean, I didn't see him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. It was just I love F bombs, so keep dropping them. When he was dropping them left and right, it was just hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because you don't expect that from Chris Evans because he's Captain America, and even though he was playing Johnny Storm, dropping all those F bombs, it was just hilarious.
I thought so too. Big time.
So in real life, Chris Evans is kind of this blue Boy Scout too.
Well, I mean, you play him probably as filthy as I am, but
yeah, he's super filthy.
But
he dated like a comedian for a long time. That lady.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's just as filthy as I am. But I mean, he plays Captain America, so people, think he's Captain America. I mean, that's how I look at him. I never look at him as Johnny Storm. I look at him as Captain America. So
he did a Danny Tanner. So saying like Bob Saget had this wholesome image because of Full House. Yeah. But after Full House, he just became this whole foul-mouthed comedian again.
But he was always a foul-mouthed comedian. He just played. He always was a foul. Because I seen him. Oh God, in 1985 at the Punchline in San Francisco, and I was amazed how many F-bombs he was throwing out. That was 1985. That's how long ago he's been doing it. So yeah. Bob Saget.
The first time I've seen him drop anything more dirty than what he says on Full House was on was on that Dave Chappelle movie, Half Baked, where he says, "Would you suck dick for coke? I wouldn't suck dick for weed." Kind of deal. So I didn't. So I could never have picture Bob Saget or at least Danny Tanner saying that. Let's see. Brandon says best parts to me were the Honda Odyssey fight scene and the end credit scene with Johnny. That was maybe the funniest joke to me throughout the whole movie.
That was a funny joke.
Great. I think that was greatly written. I think it would really Dennis Leary. Like, I'd be surprised they don't credit Dennis Leary in that, because that's the shit that Dennis Leary would just say shit about during those whole MTV vignettes they did during the 1990s, and that's what it really felt like to me.
Okay, what do you give the movie, Luke?
Score from comic book grade. Comic
book grade.
This might be the first time in a long time I said this, but it's perfect 10.
Mike, what do you score?
Gem Mint. It is a Gem Mint.
10.
I was told there's no perfect 10 comic books.
Yes, there are.
But this is a perfect 10.
Perfect 10.
Perfect 10.
Perfect 10. 9-8. 9-8 for me. 9-8. There's one little thing that'll probably bug me, but
what's bugging
minuscule.
you?
It's minuscule.
Let's hear it.
I was waiting for Kelly Hu to be reprising her role as Lady Deathstrike, but they couldn't get her.
Oh, okay.
If not Kelly Hu, what's her face? The chick that was dating Aaron Rodgers to reprise her role as Psylocke.
So
she had the baby with John Mulaney.
Yeah.
So you're saying two hot Asians weren't in the movie, so you're going to give her
she had a baby, Red. Come on,
Red.
Come on, Red. I want to be I'm a completionist. I needed to see these people in the movie too.
I think she might have had another baby too, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even think her and John Mulaney are together. I think they have another baby together.
Yeah. Well, after the whole, Aaron Rodgers thing, I think she didn't want to have a baby with him.
Miss wanted the skinny.
You wanted Olivia Munn. You wanted Olivia Munn from Attack of the Show. That's exactly what you wanted.
Olivia Munn, right there. That's the one. All right, Miss So, what would you grade it? If Luther, if you're still in it, and Brandon and Dan, if you guys are still
Blue.
What would you guys grade it? Yeah, we'll look at the comments after that. And guys, what are you expecting out of the Marvel universe now? After watching Deadpool, what are you expecting in Phase 5 and 6? And looking at the whole.
Oh, what about the reveal that Superior Iron Man is Doc Doom?
Dr. Doom.
Oh yeah, that is big news because we were there.
We were there
in the vicinity, but we didn't get to see the announcement. Okay, Luke,
it's comic book accurate. There's a whole storyline.
Yep, it's comic book accurate. I keep telling people all the time because they keep asking me because I'm the comic book nerd. Well, how could he become Doc Doom? Well, he becomes Doc Doom in the comic book. She gave it an 8. It's good. I loved it.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Whatever she wants.
That's fair.
She liked the first two better, and that's great. That's an honest score right there.
Honest score.
Yeah, but this. Do you think that they're trying to placate the fans of the MCU because, like how they figure they kind of said it in the movie where Hugh Jackman.
It was a middle finger to fans.
Yeah.
It was a placate to fans. It was make fans happy. It was I hate you. It was everything.
It was everything.
It was everything.
It's exactly
if I was in Ryan Reynolds, I would have the same thing. I was like, "Fuck you fans! I hate you all. I hate everybody. I hate fans."
Well, they did reveal at the movie when he told Wolverine, "Hey, you're joining us at a low point of the MCU." So that was a dig at the fans, a dig at the Marvel, dig at everybody. So that I'm glad they said that there.
It's the ultimate Gen X response to fans. Just like, take it. You want it? Fine. Take it.
Mike, what do you think?
It was a big FU. Absolutely, it was a big FU to fans. But I mean, That's what Deadpool is, a big FU to fans. He's
Yeah.
the only character to break the fourth wall in comic books.
Yeah.
So I mean, you give the fans what they want, and that's what the fans wanted. The fans craved the FU. It's not like the fans didn't want it. I mean, it was the highest grossing film so far, so the fans wanted a big FU. So
the big FU of the news of Robert Downey Jr. reprising Tony Stark, but not going to be Iron Man and going to be in Doom.
Yeah.
I mean, I would drink a glass of whiskey with Logan. I wouldn't even want to be in the same room with Deadpool. Maybe not in the same city. He's way too unpredictable. That's the whole point. He's so unpredictable.
Which makes him so fun.
That makes him so fun.
Brandon says, I've been getting hate from everybody liking it, but not loving it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, maybe. Reasonable score.
Fair score.
I mean, they still enjoyed it. Brandon and Miss So had enjoyed it. And they that's not a low score by any standard.
No, that's no low score. I have some 7.8, 7.5 comic books.
I think us three were easily entertained because we were not
because we like the three of us like poo-poo humor. Yes, that's probably why. Yes, I agree.
I liked Ant-Man Quantumania, so that tells you where I'm at.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed that one too. I don't know why I was getting so much hate, and I'm pretty sad that Jonathan Majors is not going to play Kang, but I think they're just shelving that story and waiting for the heat to die down just to bring him back quietly.
I don't think so. I think they're going to demolish it and go to Secret Wars and have Doc Doom be the big bad in Secret Wars.
Yes, I'm excited for that. And hopefully getting a little X-Men in there. If Hugh comes back, we saw Henry. We saw Cavill as Wolverine. That's
right. We forgot about that. Yeah.
That did not look good.
You sure?
I did not like it.
You didn't feel the vibe for that one?
I was not vibing.
All right. I got my panties tight. I mean, good to see that they kind of shitted on DC as well with that joke.
Yeah, they did.
But, I'm happy.
Nothing like getting Green Lantern down because one of my not favorite superheroes in comic book lore.
Well, we'll see another Green Lantern in Nathan Fillion in the Superman series. And then
he's playing what's the guy with the bull haircut?
The redheaded one.
Yeah,
we know what you're talking about. We know. Miss also enjoyed the diner banter. The diner banter was great, but they did cut off the part where that joke where eating the mask makes it hard for him to eat, or taking off the mask makes it hard for him to eat, or some shit like that. They took that.
Yeah,
out.
and he only took a bite of his shawarma before he threw it away.
Yeah.
Finish the shawarma. Don't waste the food.
And Miss O says, "Are you going to tell me what's haunting you?"
Your shawarma's delightful.
It is.
What's haunting who? Me? My life.
Well, guys, let's end it here. We're pretty much maxed out on our time on this supersized special of the C-List Sunday. Glad to see Luke join us, and Mike, glad you're better. And
I'm back, baby.
And Luke's back. We're gonna do more shows and jumping into more sales pretty soon.
I'm gonna be doing some more sales starting this fall. My daughter's healthy. I'm excited. Life is good.
Life is good. Mike, stay healthy.
I'm trying. It's difficult at my age to stay healthy, but I'm trying.
Mike, we should do a reunification in Rose City.
Okay.
Since I'm not working Rose City.
All right. I'm
Is Lawrence doing a booth, Comic Capsule? I know he wanted to.
I can ask him.
If he is or if he's not, it'd be fun to. There's going to be a lot of good guests up there this year.
Yeah, you have Hayden Christian going to be there.
Hayden's going to be there. Charlie's going to be there.
But
I'm not working this year.
Yeah, so is Spanexo Fisco is going to have Hayden as well. So we'll meet on that sometime soon. I think Comic Capsule wouldn't do a booth without you. I think they're waiting on that, but let's see what Lawrence wants to do as far as like getting.
We need to just if he does a comic capsule booth, it would sell out of comic capsules.
Yeah. Or you could just what we did in San Diego was just walk around with the sandwich board and just sell out of a cart, you know, because the silver is out. The silver comic capsules
The
are
silver's out.
Yeah.
Have you got your hands on a silver that, Luke?
No.
I think I have one or two. IG me your address. Oh, I got your address from when I bought some books from you. I can send it to you.
I'll give it to you, Mike. I'll give it to you.
I'll message Lawrence. I'm get him to send me some for the group.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll get a group discount code for the Facebook group.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple days with another episode. And we try
Love, peace, and cosplay.
Yeah. Well, we will never leave you guys. We will never leave you guys. Later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Where's our thing here? There's our outro.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the Sealess Villains podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture.